Over 1.4 billion people live on less than $1 a day. The majority of these poor families live in rural areas and make their living from agriculture. For these people, land is the most important asset they can own. Land is their source of shelter, food, income, and security. Unfortunately, most of these people do not have secure rights to the land they till.
We want to become landowners, but it is impossible due to the high price of land. It will only be possible if the government helps us.
If we are able to get land, we will take care of the land. We will treat it as if it were a gold mine.
Land is very important to Rwandans because it's everything one can own. Without land, you can't eat. Without land, you have nowhere to stay. Without land, you won't go to school. To be able to live and survive in Rwanda, you must have land.
The role of these two documents are the iron evidence. Anyone who has the intention to violate our land rights, I will sue them.
Most Americans associate land ownership with owning a home. It's part of the American dream. Yet while not owning a home may affect your self-esteem and your status, it does not impact your ability to earn a living, to have enough to eat, or to be a productive member of society. But for much of the world's population, access to land, particularly ownership of land, may determine one's ability to survive. Though seemingly far removed from the American experience, their plight has much to do with our own.
The world is becoming increasingly a smaller place. What happens in India and in rural China, in rural Africa, affects the United States in ways that it didn't several decades ago. At the root of social unrest are poverty issues. When people are desperate, when people don't see opportunity in their existing circumstances, and particularly when there is within their country disparity, and they see the rich in their own country, they see people who have things that they don't have, they become very easy targets for those promoting violent change or promoting violence as a way to achieve change. The way to address these issues, the primary way, is not through military means, but by addressing the root of the problem, and that is poverty, and that is providing opportunity for the poorest.
Securing land rights for the rural poor has been the focus of a little-known Seattle-based organization, the Rural Development Institute, or RDI, a group of attorneys who spend their time doing field research and lobbying governments to change their land policies.
Because of the important role that land plays in the life of very poor people, RDI has focused our efforts on securing land rights for the poor. The poor are typically landless. In India, for example, landlessness is the best predictor of poverty. It's a better predictor of poverty than is illiteracy, and it's a better predictor of poverty than is membership in one of the untouchable castes.
RDI claims to have impacted land policies in some 40 countries around the world, in the process improving the lives of 100 million people. How could this small organization, with so few people, make such an impact? What are the implications of its work for addressing enduring problems of world poverty and social unrest? Might changing land policies for the world's rural poor ultimately add to our own economic well-being and, equally important, our feelings of personal security in a world often seen as hostile and threatening? Looking at RDI's work, the strategies they used, and the challenges they faced, by traveling to 3 nations where RDI was most involved, India, Rwanda, and China, might help answer these questions.